In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a publishing company website using WordPress. So we are going to use a theme called Woodmart, and I'm going to show you how you can use that theme to create your own publishing company website in WordPress. So if you are interested in learning and want to learn how you can create your own or your client's publishing company website, then without further ado, let's get started now. So the first thing that you want to do is to make sure you have WordPress installed. I already have the WordPress installed there, and I already have uploaded the logo of my clients here. So what you can do from here is to go to the dashboard of your website. So now about the theme, what you actually want to do is to get this theme, Woodmart multi-purpose WooCommerce theme. We are going to be using this theme right here. This costs $59. I'll be attaching the file of this theme in the description just for the education purposes. But if you want to use this theme for the commercial purposes or for your live website, I recommend you to get that from the original developer here, like from Theme Forest or in Market. Alright. So you can also download all the resources that I'll use throughout this video so you can practice it yourself. So already have downloaded that theme. From here what you can do is to go to appearance and then themes. And then from here you can see I have this Hello Elementor theme installed. I'm not going to use the Hello Elementor. So I'll click on this add new theme and then I'll click on upload theme. Then you can click on choose file. So I've already extracted the files that I require. So this is the theme file Woodmart. I'm going to use this Woodmart here. So then click on this install now button, and once you will click on the install now button, this will start getting installed. You will have to wait until the theme file will get installed into your WordPress repository. So once it will get installed, what you want to do is to activate this theme. So click on the activate and it will automatically activate this theme for you. So once you will activate the theme, something like this will appear. Before we actually move forward, what I actually want to do is to install some plugins that comes with theme file. Here you can see I have Elementor and Elementor Pro installed. I have also Invoto Element and I'm using the SiteGround hosting. So I'm going to just remove this Invoto element from here. We are going to keep the WooCommerce because we are going to display the products on our website. So I'll just remove this from here. Also, let's just update this Elementor Pro and Elementor from here so that we can ensure that we are using the latest version of Elementor and Elementor Pro. After that, just dismiss all of these notifications that you are seeing. And here you can see it says the theme requires the following plugin, the Woodmart Core. So we need to install the Woodmart Core plugin. So I'll click on this choose file right here. And here is the core plugin. So I'll click on core and then I'll click on open. And then I'll click on install now. Once you will install the plugin, after that just click on activate plugin and it will activate the Woodmart Core plugin on your WordPress dashboard. Now we also need one more plugin, and that is the Revolution slider. So we are going to install that plugin as well. I'll click on upload file and then choose file. And here is the Rev slider. I'll choose the file and then I'll click on this open button and then I'll have to click on this install now button. And with that, this plugin will start getting installed. You will have to wait once again until it will get installed, and after that you will have to click on this activate plugin right here. And once you will click on the activate plugin, this Rev slider plugin or the Revolution slider plugin will also get installed in the WordPress dashboard. So now here you can see we have Elementor, Elementor Pro. These are two plugins that are coming from the SiteGround. So if you are using a different hosting, you might not have these plugins. Also, we have the slider Revolution, the WooCommerce and the Woodmart Core. Now we can actually go back to this window where we have left. I'll just have to refresh this once. And then from here, we can actually start working on this thing here. So from here, you want to click on this Let's Start button. Next up, it will say you for the theme license. So I'm just going to click on this Next Step button. And next up, it will ask you if you want to set up a child theme. So I don't want to set up a child theme. I'll just click on this Skip button right here because we are not going to do that. And also we are going to use the Elementor page builder instead of WP Bakery. So I'll ensure that I'll select on this Elementor. If you will click on WP Bakery, you will see this will grayed out. And with that, you can understand that which page builder you are going to use. I want to use the Elementor page builder. So I'll click on this Elementor and then you can click on this next step. And once you will click on this next step, here it will say you what are the required plugin and the other plugin that is required. So already you can see I have Elementor, Woodmart Core, Revolution slider, WooCommerce installed. We also want to install this contact form 7, MailChimp for WordPress, and Safe SVG. So for that, just click on install and activate all, and it will automatically install all of these required plugins for you, and it will also activate all of these plugins. Once again, you will have to wait until all of these plugins will get installed. Once they will get installed, you want to click on this next step button right here, and once you will click on next step, here you will see some of the pre-built templates. So for this tutorial, we are going to use a pre-built template that is available for books. So you will have to find the template whichever you think will suitable for you, but for now they have a pre-built template that we actually want to use. So there it is. We are going to use this books. So click on this import button. If you want to review this, you can click on this live preview, and once you will click on this live preview, here you can see this is how this template looks. So I want to click on this import button, and once you will click on import button, the import will start, and then you will have to wait until the import process will get completed. I'm going to pause this video until the import will be ready and we are able to use the template that we are importing. So right here you can see our demo has been imported successfully. So now you can click on this next step button here, and here you can see it says everything is ready. So you can now click on either view homepage, WooCommerce setup, theme settings, or header builder. So first of all, we are going to look at the homepage. So I'll click on this view homepage button right here, and right there you can see that our homepage is ready exactly like how we had in the demo. So right now I have some of the instructions available from the client side, like how he wants his publishing company website to be. And here you can see he have provided me with some of the information. So he mentioned that he needs the website for the publishing company, allowing clients to learn about them and also order the books and for the first book pre-sale. And then he needs a bio page, which is going to be exactly the about page on the website, and then how to working with us. And then he need an inquiries page. We can create a contact page for that. And then he need a purchase a book, which is going to be the WooCommerce part. So here are some of the information for the bio page that is going to, we are going to place all of these information on the about page. And then in here, there are some additional details. And then there is his email address right here. And also he mentioned that allow purchases to go through on my PayPal. So this indicates that we are going to use the PayPal payment gateway integration on this website. Also, he said that allow all sales and inquiries and data to go to the following email. So he wants all of the email notifications or every activity that users will do on this email right here. So I'll bold mark this email so that we can later come back here and do the things according to his instructions. All right. I also have some of the additional information. So if I go here, this is the details for the book info. So I also have one image. So this is the image for his book. This is My Daddy Loves Me, written by the author name and illustrated by him. And then here is the description about the book that he wants on the website. So now we can actually go back. I already showed you the information that we require. So we can begin customizing all of these things that you are seeing right here. So let's just begin by modifying this header right here. But before we actually start doing that, we need to do some basic settings in the WordPress dashboard. So go back to your WordPress dashboard and then go to settings and then go to general. So under the general settings, you will see the option to set the site title and the tagline for your website. And then under, if you want to enable the membership functionality, you can enable this option right here. We are not going to have the membership functionality, so I'm not going to enable that option. You also have the option to set up the date format and the time format. If you are interested, you can change those things here. And then next up, we have this reading options here. So this is important. Under the reading tab, make sure you have this home books selected, because we are going to use this home books as the main page. And then for the post page, we are going to use the blog page, although we don't need the blog page here. So I'll click on this save changes button right here. And next up, you want to go to this permalinks section, and under the permalinks, make sure you have this post name selected. And with that, you can simply click on this save changes button right here. So these were all the basic WordPress settings that you have to do before you actually start doing anything on the website. Now that we have done this thing, we can actually go back to our website and we can actually start customizing the thing. So first of all, let's just change the logo right here. So for that, you want to click on this customize button right here. So once the customizer will get loaded, you want to click on this site identity, and from here click on this select site icon. And once you will click on select site icon, here you will see all of the option, all of the images that comes with the demo that we have imported. So I actually want to go all the way down because I know I already have uploaded the logo that I wanted to use. So we need to find that logo here, but in your case, your logo you might have to upload your logo. So rather than finding the logo from here, let me just download the logo from the files that I am organizing. So I'm going to download that logo, and it is already a transparent logo. So I have already downloaded this. For now, I'll have to click on this upload file, and then you can click on select file. I know that my logo is downloaded, so I'll select the logo from the download folder on my computer. And once it will get loaded, I can click on this select button. Here it will say to crop it because this is going to be the fav icon that appears in your browser tabs. So for that, I want to use this part here as the fav icon, just right here. And then you can click on this crop image, and then it will set it here. So with that, you can click on this publish button right here, and it will set the fav icon for you. Once you will do that, just close this thing from here, just close the customizer. And once you will do that, now just hover over to this Woodmart, and here you will see this option header builder, and here you will see this option that says edit current header. So click on edit current header. And once you will click on edit current header, you will see this header components. So now if I go back to the website again, let's just review how this thing is looking. So we have this logo in the center, and then all of these icons towards this side, and navigation items here, and the navigation items right here. And here you can see we have this logo in the center. So first of all, let's just change the logo. So click on that button and then click on upload. And then from here is the logo that we want to use. Click on this use image, and here you can see your image. If you want, you can increase the logo width from here, and with that you can simply click on save. And once you will click on save, click on this save header button right here. Now if we'll go back here, and if I refresh this here, you will notice that our logo has been changed. So with that, your logo can be changed just like this. Now we actually need to work on some of the things. We don't actually need this contact information here and the FAQ because client doesn't want all of those things. So first of all, I'm going to remove this menu from here, and then I'm also going to remove this spacer from here. I'm also going to remove the divider from here, and we also don't need the spacer from here. I am also not going to use the wishlist feature, so I'm going to remove this wishlist icon from here, and we are only going to keep account, search, cart, and the menu. So I'll click on this save header. Now if I go back and if I refresh this, you will notice all of those things that I have removed from there are removed from our website. So maybe now you want to move these navigation items in the center or towards the left side. For that, what you have to do is to hold and drag this in the first column, and then you can move this main menu items in the center column, and then you can click on save header. Now if I go back and if I refresh this thing, you will notice that our header is now changed. So now we have this logo right here, the navigation items here, and then my account, search bar, and the cart icon right here. And here you can see this is the search bar. All right, now we have done this, we can actually start customizing these navigation items. So for that, what you want to do is to go back, and then you can, if you want, you can also look at the mobile version. So under the mobile version, you can see we only have the mobile menu, logo, search, and cart widgets here, and that is completely fine. Now let's just go back to the pages because we actually want to filter out the pages that we don't need. So we have this additional home here. You can click on this view here to view what is available on this page, and you can see we don't have anything here, so we can simply trash this page from here. And then we also have some other pages like this portfolio page. We don't need the portfolio page, and we also don't need the wish list because I already removed that. Then you might want to keep the refund policy and the privacy policy here. My account page is essential for your WooCommerce, and then this Elementor page, we don't need this. And then this is the contact page. We also not going to use the compare feature, so I'm I'm going to delete this here. And then we are also not going to use this blog, so I'm going to remove that. So with that, click on this move to trash. Make sure you select any pages that you want to remove, and then click on this apply button. And once you will click on the apply button, all of these pages that we have selected all of them will move to trash. And then if you want, you can keep all of those pages in the trash. If you want, you can remove them. I'll just keep them for now, but later in this video, as we move forward, I'll delete those pages because they are not required. Now if I go back and if I refresh this page, you can notice that the blog part is removed from here and the FAQ part is also removed. Alright, now we actually have to remove all of these drop downs that you are seeing here because we don't need those. So for that, what you want to do is to go back to your WordPress dashboard, and from the WordPress dashboard, you want to hover over to this appearance and then click on this menus option right here. And once you will click on this menus, you will see a number of things here. So for now, what we are interested in is actually the main navigation here. So select the main navigation and then click on the select button. And here you will notice that this is exactly the same menu that we are seeing right here. So this contains home, shop, about us, and contact us. And here we have home, shop, blog, portfolio. They have been removed, but about and contact us. So let's just remove what we already have removed. So just expand the option and then click on this remove button. Now for the shop, we also want to remove them. So I'll click on remove, and here is another one for the product loop that is not required. So I'll remove that. And then the single product, I also remove that. And then the features, I'm also going to remove that from here. Now also I want to ensure that all of these are the pages, and here you can see it says shop page, which means it is a page, and it says home front page, and it is a page as well, and the about us and the contact us are also pages. So I'm going to save this from here. And now if we go back here and if I refresh, now you can see it is transparent. So we need to fix that thing here. So for that, if you will just expand this home, and if you look at this drop down settings, you will notice that it says design full width and then enable scroll no, but here it says HTML block for the drop down, and for now this menu home block has been selected. So with this theme, you can create your own blocks and you can use them as the mega menus. So this is called the mega menu. And if I open this HTML blocks option here, you will notice we have a number of blocks here, but we are not going to use most of them. So let's just keep just the way they are, but let's remove it from here and just select none from there, and then just change it to default from there. And with that, just close this, and then we are going to do the same thing here. So for the design, I'm going to choose the default, and for the HTML block for drop down, I'm going to use none option here, and then I'll click on this save menu. And now if we'll go back here and if I refresh this page again, you can see now it doesn't contain that drop down anymore. So we have already fixed that thing here, and we are good with the home, shop, about us, and the contact us page. Now we have done that, we can actually start editing the footer of our website, and after that we'll start working on these pages. So now we can actually start editing the footer of our website. So if I scroll down here, you can see this is the footer of our website. So in order to edit this footer, what you want to do is to go to the dashboard of your website, and once you will click on the dashboard, here you want to click on this theme settings. So click on the theme settings option right here, and here you will see the footer. So expand this footer option here, and here you will see enable or disable the footer, however you want to do this. So if I close this footer and if I click on this save changes option right here, now if we'll go back to the website again, and if I scroll all the way down, you can see now we don't have any footer. So in this way, you can decide whether you want to keep a footer or you don't want to keep a footer. That is completely your choice. Other than that, you can decide the number of columns in your footer. So you have the complete freedom for those columns as well. So I'll just enable the footer from here, and here you also have the option for the settings. If you want the footer to be sticky, you can enable this option from here, and then you can click on save options. And once you will do that, if I go back to the website and let's just refresh our website that we are creating, and now as I scroll down, you can see it has some kind of effect here, and that effect is actually called this sticky footer effect. So in this way you can do that. And other than that, you have this copyright option right here, and here you can create the copyright text. So here for now we have based on Woodmart theme 2024 WooCommerce themes. I want to change this to Son of Tiga Publishing. So I'll just change this to copyright, and then let's just remove this entire link tag from here because we don't need that. Copyright Son of Tiga Publishing, and then because we have removed the anchor tag, we want to remove this anchor tag from here. And then we will also remove this theme from here because we don't need that. And then if we go back, you can see it says theme 2024, so which is the date actually, and here it is the 2024. And then after that we also have a link tag, so we don't actually want to use a link tag again from here, but what we need is to change this to all rights reserved. And then let's just remove this strong tag from here as well because we don't need the strong tag here. Let's just add a full stop here. And then after that, here it says text next to copyright, and there we have this payment images. So these are the images for the payments. So I'll click on the save options right here, and once it will get saved, we can go back to our website and we can just give it a refresh. And here at the bottom you can see it says copyright Son of Tiga Publishing 2024, all rights reserved. So in this way you can change this thing from here as well. And next up we have this pre-footer part. So if you will click on this pre-footer part, you can see we have an HTML block with the ID of 258 already added here. So if I go back to the website, everything that you are seeing here is actually an HTML block that has an ID of 258. So sometimes the problems happens in your theme import. So let's just open this HTML blocks. Sometimes the problem happens, you don't get all of the blocks. So in that case, you will have to create your own blocks. But let's just try finding an HTML block that has the ID of 258. So let's just copy this entire thing. And here you can see it says HTML block. Just click on Ctrl F on your keyboard and then add this thing. And here you can see it doesn't identify that we have that block. And the part of the reason is that we didn't get that block here as the template when we imported the template in our WordPress. So in order to tackle this problem, we'll actually have to do the work in a different way. So let's just open our website in the new tab again, and let's just move ourselves to the footer part. So in here, you can see we have this element here. So this is the first column, this is second column, the third, fourth, and fifth column. So let's just go back in this HTML blocks option here, and let's just hover over to this appearance, and let's just open this widgets option right here. So as soon as you will open this widget, you can see this is how the widgets appear. So what we are actually interested is to looking at this footer column, and here you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns available that are supported by theme, and here you can see we have the 5 columns here in the pre-footer part. So let's just look at these columns. So if I expand this footer column 1, here you can see it says Woodmart HTML block. So let us just click on this Woodmart HTML block, and here you can see it says footer 1 column dark with the ID of 818. This means this is also an HTML block. So let's just go back here, and this time we want to find a block that has an ID of 818. So this one right here, you can see it has the HTML block ID of 818. If we click on this view button and open this in a new tab, you can see here we have this logo, this lorem ipsum text, and some additional information. If we look at our footer, here you can see these are all the information that we have in this column. So now we know that we have to edit this thing here. So let's just close this and let's go here, and we have to edit this HTML block that has an ID of 818, and this is that HTML block. So just click on edit with Elementor, and once you will click on edit with Elementor, the Elementor page builder will start getting loaded. And right here you can see Elementor page builder is loaded, and we can see our components. So first of all, let's click on the logo that we have. I'll click on the logo and I'll replace it with our logo that we have on for our website. And here you can see we have this custom resolution applied. So let's just change it to full. and once you will click on full, this is how it will look. Then go to this style tab, and then in here you will have some additional option if you want to add the rounding effect, something like that. And then if you will go to this advanced option, you will have more options. So from the width, just click on width and then click on custom. And then once you will click on custom, here you can set the width. So maybe for now I want to have the width of 20%, which looks fine. And then I also want to remove this thing from here because we don't need that. Then let's just go back to the website information that clients have sent. So he have mentioned that he want to get all of the emails here. So that means we can use this email so that people can reach out to him. So from here, what you can do is to change this fax to his email address. So I'll insert the email and then I'll change this to email here, so that people can identify that this is the email that they need to work. Then once again, I'll copy this email, and in the link, I'll add mail to colon his email address, so that if someone will click on this email, they'll be able to send them email. Then if you want, you can keep the phone number and the address. I think I'm not going to keep the phone number and the address because client didn't mention anything like that here. So I'm good with that, or maybe we wanna use this. So let's just keep anyways. We can always remove these things. So click on this update button right here. Now if we'll go back to the website and if I refresh this, let's just go back again at the bottom to see the footer. Here you can see we have this logo, but it is tiny smart, so we need to make it bigger. So click on the logo again and let's just increase the width, make it something like 70 or maybe 80%, and then click on this update button. Now let's just go back to the website and let's just refresh this again. Let's just go all the way down, and here you can see our logo now is looking just fine. Now we actually want to edit the other things like this column, this column, this column, and this column. So I'll go back to this widgets option, but before that, let's just go back from here because we already have edited this. So I'll click on this exit and we are back to the WordPress dashboard. So click on this widgets. We already have edited this footer column 1. So for the footer column 2nd, you can see it says WordPress recent post. So we are not going to use this recent post because we don't actually have any kind of posts available. So I'll click here and then I'll delete it from here. Then for the footer column 3, if I expand this, you can see it says our stores, and this is actually a menu. So select menu, footer menu, our store, and we can somehow use this or we cannot use this. We can decide on that. So maybe what we can do for now, we have a menu for the useful links. So we'll use the useful links, and I'm going to delete this thing from here. So for the footer column 4, expand this and then select this thing by holding these 6 dots here and drag it in footer column 2, so that we can add this useful links and this footer column 2. And then for this footer column 5, expand this, and here are some additional links, and it is also a navigation menu, and I want to add it in footer column 3. So now we know that we want to edit this footer menu useful links and then footer menu. So these are the navigation menu links. So open this menu options in your WordPress dashboard, expand this, and here you will find all the things. So here we have this footer menu, and footer menu useful link. So open this footer menu useful link first of all, select this, and here you will find privacy policy, return terms and condition. I'll remove this contact us from here, the contact page. And then I'll also remove this latest news because we don't need that. And if you want, you can keep the sitemap. Sitemap is always good, or you can remove this. Sitemap is basically for the SEO purposes. So I'll just click on save changes here, and we have edited the footer menu useful links. We can now edit the footer menu. So click on the select button here. And here you can see all of these options. So first of all, we have the option for the Instagram profile. We can add the link for his Instagram profile. I know that he have provided the link for the Instagram profile. And here you can see it is the link for his Instagram profile, Son of Tiga Publishing. So let's just search for his name in Google so that we can find Son of Tiga Publishing in Google. Alright, so I have found his Instagram page. So I'll just select this Instagram page link, and then we can go back to the menus, and under the URL, we can just insert this URL, and the navigation label will be Instagram profile. And here we have the additional option here if you want to modify those options, but we are not going to modify any of those things, so we can just collapse this thing from here. Next up, we have some additional things like this new collection, and this is also a custom link and not a page. So here we can insert a Facebook page URL. So for now, I'll just keep it just the way it is. Just I'll change this to Facebook, or maybe Facebook page. Let's just change it to Facebook, and let's change it to only Instagram. So now we have Instagram and Facebook right here, and then there are some additional things. So for the woman dress, we can actually remove this part because we don't have that category on our website. And then we also don't want the latest news because we don't want to keep that on the website. And then the purchased themes, we don't want that as well. Then in here we have this contact us page. We want to replace it with a page because this is just a custom link, so I'll delete it from here. And here you can see we have this contact us and the about us that we want on our website. So I'll select those pages, and then I'll click on add to menu, and here you can see there are the pages, and then we can just organize them, and then we can click on save menu. And once you will do that, if we go back on our website and if we refresh this, you will notice the changes that we have made so far. So if I scroll down here you can see for the useful links, they are here. For the footer menu, they are here as well. But we also have this our stores and recent posts showing up here that we don't actually need. So we are only going to keep the footer 2 and footer column 2 and the footer column 3 up to here. So let's just go back to these Woodmart settings, so theme settings, and then go to this footer. And then once you will go here, what you actually want to do is to change the structure to this either 3-column structure like this or 3-column structure like this. So let's just change it to something like this, and then click on save options. Once it will save these options, we can go back to the website and let's just refresh our website. So let's just scroll all the way down to look at how the things looks, and here you can see they are not looking quite fine because we wanted to display those options here, indicating that we need to fix those things. So we'll have to go back to the footer, or maybe what we can do is to go to this HTML blocks this time. So let's just go to the HTML blocks and let's just search for footer that we have here. So we have this footer 1 column dark that we already have updated. Then we have this pre-footer. We can look at this, that what we have in the pre-footer. So in the pre-footer we have these logos that we don't need, and then we have this footer 1 column that we already have updated, which was this one. So now we are going back again to this widget option, and I think I forgot something. So here we are going to expand this footer column 2 again, and here you can see we are back with this Woodmart posts that we don't need. So I'll expand this, and then I'll just delete it from here because we want to keep this footer menu. And then for the footer column 3, here you can see we have this footer menu again. So for the footer menu our stores, I'm going to change it to footer menu useful links, and I'll change it to useful links right here. And for this menu right here where it says footer menu, we can keep the footer menu option right here, and we can also call it useful links. And then we'll have to click on this update button right here, and now we can go back, and if I refresh our page, I'm positive that all of the changes that we have made will get applied here. So here you can see they have been applied. But now we are having an additional thing. The useful links are also appearing here that we'll have to remove. So let's just look at those things. If I expand this, here you can see they are appearing here, which is something that we don't need. So I'll click here and delete it from there. And now if I update this thing again, the widgets, now let's just go back and let's just give it a refresh. Now if I'll go down here, you can see now our footer is looking just fine. So in this way you can edit the header and footer of your website. So far we have edited the header and footer, and now we can actually start customizing our home page. Alright, now let's just start by editing this home page. So first of all, this thing here is actually a slider, so we need to edit this slider. I don't have as many files as they have in the slider, so we are eventually going to modify the slider, but I'm going to show you the entire process, and with that you will be able to modify it according to your needs as well. So for that, what you actually want to do is to hover over to this slider revolution, and then you want to click on this books, and there is another way, and for that you can go back to the dashboard of your website, and once you will click on the dashboard, you will be redirected to the dashboard. And then from here you want to click on this slider revolution. Just click on the slider revolution, and here you will see something like this. Just click on no thanks, we don't need that. And here is the slider that we are looking at, this book slider. Click on this tiny pencil icon here, and it will open this slider in a new tab, something like this. So first of all, you can see we have a number of layers, so you can see all of these layers here. This is the shape, this is the image, so the image of the book, and this is the title, the tiny title that says world bestseller, and this is the book title, and the small excerpt about the book, the add to cart button, and the view more button is here. So first of all, let's just change the background color. So in order to change the background color, you want to click on this tab right here, and here you will see this image, and then you can click on this media library. Under the media library, I have already downloaded the image that I want to use, and that image is on my desktop. I want to use this image, so I'll open this image, and then I'll click on this insert button, and notice as soon as I inserted this image, you can see this has been changed in the background. Now I want to change this image right here, so click on the image, and here you will notice the book image. So click on this media library, and then we want to upload the book image. So I'll click on this upload file, and then I'll click on this select file. I have already changed the book image to the WebP format, which is the most compatible format right now. So I have changed this to WebP, and here you can see this is a WebP, and then I'll click on this insert, and here you can see we have our book image showing up something like this. If you want to adjust their sizes, you can go to this size and pros, and here you can see width and height properties. So for the width, for now it says 525. I can just change it to maybe 500. And if I'll decrease the width, you can notice that this has been decreased. If you want to decrease it more, maybe you want to make it 420. And here you can see this has been reduced. So you have the complete freedom to increase or decrease these sizes. So this book is called My Daddy Loves Me. So I'll click here, and then you can go to this content tab, and here I want to change this title. So I'll change it to My Daddy loves me, something like this. So this is going to be the title for the books. Then we need some sort of description about the book. So I already have the info that they wanted for the book. So here I'll copy this first sentence, or maybe here the story begins with KJ's morning rituals as he, and so on and so forth. I'll copy this excerpt from here, this paragraph, and I'll copy this, and then I'll go back to the slider revolution, and then make sure you have selected this thing here, and then you can insert that thing right here, and here you can see this has been added. Now we actually want to select these buttons. So here you can see as I click on this button layer, this has been selected, and I also want to select the other one. So I'll hold the shift on my keyboard, and I'll select both of these layers. Now using my keyboard down arrow key, I can move it towards the bottom, so just like this. So here you can see this is showing something like this. We can just adjust that as well, and you can use the keyboard bottom arrow to actually adjust the position of this text that is showing here. And here it says world bestseller. If you want, you can keep that. If you don't want, you can remove it, or you can modify it. We can change it to world bestseller to our bestseller, or I want to change it to pre-booking available, something like this, available. All right, so now we have modified this thing here. this was the first slide, but I don't have any other things here, so I am going to keep only one slide. If you want to modify the other slides, you can see in this slider we have 3 slides. So this is the second slide. You can follow the same process to edit this slide, and this is the third slide, and you can follow the same process to edit this slide as well. I'm going to remove both of these slides because I don't need those 2 slides. I only require 1 slide because I only have 1 product right here. So here you can see this is how it is looking. Now if you click on this settings tab, you can see this title books and alias books, and here is the layout tab. You can go through all of these layout settings. By the way, I have a complete playlist available on how you can use the slider revolution in WordPress and how you can create the stunning sliders using the slider revolution in WordPress. I will drop the link of that playlist in the description of this video as well. And here under you will have the option for the navigation options. We are not going to have any kind of navigation because this is just a single page. And then in here you have some option for the background and the thumbnail. For the thumbnail, you can see this is admin thumbnail and this is the navigation thumbnail, and this is the background, and here are the options for the animations if you want to add the animations. I'll just now click on this optimize file size, and once you will click that, it will take some time, and here it says server side compression 933 KB. Just click on save changes and then click on save. With that, this slider has been saved. Now if we go back to our website, and if I go all the way at the top, and if I refresh this thing, you can notice our slider has been changed. So in this way you can change the slider as well, and now you can see I am not able to move through the slides because we only have 1 slider right here. Alright, let's just start customizing this homepage. So for that, what you can do is to simply click on edit with Elementor button right here, and once you will click on the edit with Elementor button, the Elementor page builder will start getting loaded. You will have to wait until the Elementor page builder will get loaded, and here you can see our Elementor page builder is loaded. With the Elementor page builder, it is very user intuitive and easy to use page builder in WordPress. You can easily edit anything on the website. So for example, this is the feature part and this is the publishing company. I don't have the complete content though, but I can use some of the things here. So this is for the bio, for the about page that they want on their website. So I'll go back here, and in here you can see we have this textbooks, easy returns, book fairs, and e-reading. And then we have this read more button. We actually want to remove this read more button because we don't need that. So I'll just remove this read more, and you can see how easy it is. If I click on content, I can just remove this part from here and it will remove those buttons. For the content, I can remove this part from here, and then for the e-reading, I can remove this. I will ask client to provide me with more copy, or I'll just ask him to change the copy himself, and he can easily do that. I know this is not very difficult kind of thing. So now these are the collection pages, like for the writing and then collecting and the community. We don't need this thing here, so I'll simply remove that. And then at the bottom, these are the images that the client might want, and this is the one image right here. You can see this is just one image. You can design these images in Canva or in Photoshop or in any other design software. I'm not going to change that image anyway, but I'm going to change the content that you are seeing right here. So first of all, let's just change this title right here. So I'll insert the bio. So it says introducing Son of Tiga Publishing. I'll copy this part from here, and then I'll insert this part right here up to this part, and then I'll change it a father son venture, and I'll change it here so that we'll have a different color for this. And then after that, we can remove any additional text that we have, and here you can see this is how it looks. We can remove this part from here because we don't need that, and then we can insert some text here. So I'll copy this text from there, maybe just copy a couple of paragraphs from there, and let's just insert those paragraphs right here, and you can see this is how it is looking. We'll have to remove this additional line break from here, and this is how it is looking. And then in here we can remove this shop now button, because this is going to be only the about page, and we already have an about page. So we can just search for about, and here you can see this is about page. So I'll choose this about us page right here. So now this about us page has been selected. So next up we have this featured releases. We don't actually need to have this featured releases section for now, but I'll just hide this section. So maybe in the future if he'll ask me to use a widget like this or a section like this, I'll have this prepared already. So I'll just hide this on desktop, tablet and mobile portraits for now. And then we have this section right here. This is the additional information about the other books that he might will have. So I'm just going to delete this from here, and I'm going to delete this from here as well. And then this is the product widget block. We don't need to have this widget block here because he doesn't have anything like that. And after that we have this thing, typewriter here, and become a partner, self-publishing and book printing, something like this. And there are some images. I think he can use this section, so I'll just keep it. And this is the coming soon section right here. We can also remove this coming soon, and this is for the blog post, we can remove that. And this is for the Instagram. If I click here, you can see it says images, and here this is actually a gallery that they have added. And here is the content for the gallery that you are seeing in the center, and this is the link for the gallery. So for the username, Oliver Sky Wolf, and then open in a new tab. So I'm going to just remove this Instagram thing from here because we don't actually need that. So with that, I can just update this thing. And now if we go back and look at our website, you will notice that all of the section that we have removed or hide are actually removed from our page. So this is kind of like a very basic thing, but this is exactly how the publishing company are. They need to be very minimal about what they provide. All right, now let's just edit this about us page. Let's just go through these static pages first, and then we can move ahead with the shop page that we want. So this is the about page. We can click on this edit with Elementor button right here, and it will start editing this with the Elementor page builder. And now we will require the content that we have right here. So we are going to use that content now. Some words about me. So I'm going to copy this title from here, and I'll paste this title right here. And then in here, maybe we can copy one paragraph, or we can just remove this thing completely from here because we don't need that. And then we can go to the advanced tab. For the width, make sure you change it to default, and then in the default it will appear something like this. And then if you want, you can make it in the center align, something like this. Now for this title right here, we want to change it to something. So I'm going to copy this text. Son of Tiga Publishing is a unique book publishing company. I'll copy this text from here, and I'll insert that text right here that says about our publishing company. So I'll just remove this part, and I'll also remove this part from here. And then we can insert more content right here. So I'll copy these two paragraphs from here, and then I'll insert those two paragraphs right there, so that we'll have a section to appear something like this. I'll remove this line break from here so that we'll have a nice spacing between the elements. And then we can actually remove this thing because we don't actually need that. And then if you want, you can change this image from here. Just click here, and then you will have a list of images that we can use that came with this demo that we have imported. Or if you want, you can just upload your own images. You have the complete freedom to do whatever things you want in the WordPress. That is the beauty of WordPress. So next up we have this our team. So let's just look at if we have anything for our team. So he mentioned this for the our team. So I think this is going to be in the our team. So let's just download this thing from here, and let's change that image with this image. So let's just change this image with the image that we have downloaded. And here is the image. I'll select the image, and then you can click on select. And once you will do that, here you can see there is our image. We can reduce the size of it, size of column, so that it should look fine. And here you can see this is how it is looking. Now we need to insert more content at the bottom. So I'm going to get rid of everything that is here. So let's just delete this, and this from here, and we need to add more content. See, our image is big, meaning we can add more content in this section. So let's just copy another paragraph and let's just insert that paragraph at the bottom of this. So I'll insert the content right here, and you can see this is more than what we required. And then you can just close this. And now if we go to the contact us page, you can see we only have this contact page showing up here. The good thing about this is that people can see these information in the footer as well. So now we are done with this part, and we can actually now start working on our shop page. So on the shop page, you can see we have many of these products that we don't actually require, and that they came with this demo that we have imported. So we are going to get rid of those. So first of all, go to the dashboard here, and once you will go to the dashboard, what you want to do is to go to this products option right here. And once you will go to the products, you can see we have these 12 products here. So select all of them and then move to trash so that they can all be deleted at once. So click on move to trash so we can delete them at once. So here you can see they have been removed. You can go to this trash tab here, and then you can click on empty trash so that it will get removed. And now we doesn't have any product here. So next up, you can go to this categories option right here. Under the categories, you can see we have a number of categories. You can remove all of these categories as well, because we don't require those categories as well. What we actually need is a category for pre-booking or for the pre-sales. So what we are going to do is to click on this edit button right here, and here for the name we are going to change it to pre-sale. Just remove the slug part from here, and for the parent category select none, and for the dashboard select none. For the thumbnail, you have the option to select the thumbnail. So let's just remove this for now. And image for the categories navigation, you can remove this as well. And image for the header menu, you can remove this part as well, and then you can click on save menu or update button. And now if we'll go back to this categories, you can see we have this pre-sale option right here. We can now go back to the all products and we can add our products. For this tutorial, I only have one product because client only have one product. So we are going to copy only one product info. So the name of the book is My Daddy Loves Me. So here in the product name, I'm going to add the product name, My Daddy Loves Me. And here you will have to provide the product description. So this is the book info right here. I'm going to copy the entire book info because this is going to be the product description, and I'll add it right here. Now under this product categories, you will have to select this pre-sale option right here. And then in here you will see some additional options. You can expand these or close these. Choose size guide. We don't have a size guide, and if you want, you can also have the product 360. Because this is a publishing company, we don't have a product 360 option right here. And then the post attributes, we don't actually need them, but if you are using Elementor, you have a lot of options. We are not going to do that because we are using a theme. Then for the product image, we are going to use a product image, which is going to be the product image right here. So click on select product image and it will appear right here. Now in here, you will have to provide the product option. So for now it says simple product, and then in here you will have to provide a price. So for now we'll just add a random price like $50 right here. And then in here you'll have to provide the product short description. So I'll go to this website info, and then in here I'll copy this info from here, and then I'll insert this info right here so that people can see that pre-sale is from February 15th 2024, goes on sale on the March 31st. So this is going to be that thing. And then you have this product settings right here. These are some general settings in here. And then you also have this layout settings right here. If you want to customize the options separately for each product, you can customize this option. And you have the style options, the sidebar options, and the tabs options. We are going to go through all of these options, so don't worry about this. And next up we have this inventory. Let's just keep it empty for now. And then we have this shipping, linked product, attributes, advanced, and some other settings. we'll go through all of these settings. For now, just click on this publish button, and as soon as you will click on this publish button, our product or the book will get published. Now if I open this book in a new tab, you can see this is how our book is looking. It is saying pre-sales from this date to this date, and then here is the product description, reviews, and shipping and delivery. We have a tab for the shipping and delivery that we'll have to remove. So let's just go ahead and remove this shipping and delivery tab from here. So for that, what you want to do is to go back into your WordPress dashboard, and then from here you want to hover over to this theme settings, and here you will see this option single product. So click on this single product option right here, and here you have the option for the single product sidebar if you want to enable or disable the sidebar. For now you can see we don't have a sidebar, but if I'll choose one of these options, as soon as I'll choose this, the sidebar will start appearing. So for now I have selected this right sidebar option. Now if I go back to the product page and if I refresh this page, you can see we also have this right sidebar. We don't actually need that because we don't have any other products other than this single product that is on pre-sale. So I'll just change it back to the full width. Next up, we have this gallery tab. So under the gallery tab, we have multiple options available, multiple designs for the gallery, you can say. So people can choose between multiple designs. So let's just keep it just the way it is because we only have one image right now. And then you have the options for the gallery, gap, and the other things. You can go through all of these options right here. And here you can see we have the some animations options for the product main image. So this is main image. As I hover over, you can see this is zooming in. You can change it to photo swipe pop-up or none. You can go through these options yourself and you can just check out these options for yourself. And then we have this add to cart button, and here it says Ajax add to cart. And with this Ajax add to cart, that means that whenever someone will click on this add to cart button, the page will not get refreshed and they'll be easily be able to add the products into the cart. Just like if I click on this add to cart, you can see the page hasn't been refreshed, but it has added the product into the cart. So here you can see we have this compare and add to wish list option available as well that we'll have to remove. So we'll do that as well. But here if you want to add some content before this add to cart button right here, you can add that. But we don't have any content, so we are not going to add any content right here. So just click on this save changes right here. And next up we have this buy now button. If you want to display the buy now button, you can display that. I'm not going to display the buy now button, at least for now. And then we have this elements section right here, and that is for the breadcrumb on the product. So this is called the breadcrumb on the product. This area is the breadcrumb. And then we have this product navigations enabled. So we have the product navigation. Just because we don't have any extra products, we cannot see the product navigations. And then the short description, if you want to display or you want to show the attributes table after short description, you can enable this option. And then you can click on this save changes. Now if I go back and if I refresh this page right here, I'll have to refresh it once more. You'll be able to see these tabs right here. So let's just disable it again, and then we have this stock status. If you want to display the stock status is in any of these forms, you can choose any of these options. And then we have this countdown timer, show timer for product that have scheduled date for the sale price. You can enable this option. And then we have this countdown for variable products if you want to display that. And then we have this show product meta, add after add to cart or after tabs, or you want to hide. So this contains categories, tags, and SKU. We haven't added the SKU, but we have added these categories for sales. If you want to show that, you can show that. If you want to hide, you can hide that button. If you want to display the share button is here, or you can hide that as well. That is completely up to you. Then after that, we have this reviews tab for this testimonial, the reviews. We are going to use the reviews because people can drop their reviews in there. And then we have this tabs. By the way, you have a number of styles like style 1 and style 2. You can check out those styles yourself. And then we have this tabs option. So under the tabs option, you can see we have this tab shipping and delivery. You can add your own tabs however you want, but I am not going to use this shipping and delivery tab anyway, so I'll just remove this from here and change it back to the text, and then I'll change it to hide tabs headings, and then I'll click on this save option right here. Now if we go back here and if I refresh the page, you can see that the content has been removed, but we are still having the tab title. So we'll have to remove this title from here. It says leave empty to disable custom tabs, so I left it empty now. So click on this save changes until it will get saved, and now we can actually refresh our page. And now if I refresh, you can see we only have this description and the reviews here. So that is what we needed. And then we have related and upsell. They are not showing because we don't have any other product. And then visitor counter, if you want to show the visitor counter, you can enable this option. And then you can show real or random, minimum 10, or you can change it to 500, maximum 1000 or 2000, something like that. And then you can click on save option. And then also you can click on this option that says update on page load, so that whenever someone will reload the page, the number counter will also change. So now if I refresh, you can see it says 1172 people watching this product now. So this is how it appears. And then we have this sold counter. You can enable the similar kind of counter here as well. Alright, so this was all about this single product page, everything that we can go through, but we need to disable this compare and wish list option. So in order to hide this compare and add to wish list option, what you have to do is to expand this option here, and here it says compare, just disable this option, and here it says wish list, just disable these options from here, and then just click on this save changes. You will have to disable the other options from here. So let's just disable this option from here as well, and then click on save options. And then I want to check the same thing for this compare. We can ensure that we don't have anything enabled for this option, and then we can click on this save options. Now if we go back here and if I refresh this page, you can see both of those options are now gone, and this is how you can actually hide those options from here. So in this way, actually you can edit this single product page. We only have one page, that's why you are not seeing all the available options, but if you will have more pages, you will be able to go through all of these options. Now this is the shop page. So this right here is the setting for the shop page. So if you will click on this shop, you will see this option action after add to cart, display widget, no action, or show pop-up. So here if I'll click on this add to cart, right there you can see this is the pop-up, and this is how this appear. If you want to open show pop-up, it will open in a new pop-up. If you want to hide the widget automatically, this will hide the widget, and here you have the option to quantity input on shipping cart widget, and on the shipping cart it will display the quantity as well. Now if I just remove this from here, and if I refresh our page, and if I click on add to cart here, you can see it is showing the quantity table as well. We are not going to display the quantity anyways, so I'll just close this from here. And you can go through all of these options right here. Here is the size guides, hide add to cart, and the prices, frequently bought together option, dynamic discounts, and every other thing. So Woodmart theme has a lot of options available. It depends on how you use this theme. Now also the last thing that we want to do on this page is to hide the sidebar from here. So the way to do that is this: you want to go back to this page, and then under the product archive you will see this option sidebar. Just change it to this option right here, and then just click on save options. Wait until it will get updated. Now you can go back, and then if you will hit refresh, you can see the sidebar is gone from here. So in this way you can actually remove that part as well. So now we have done everything that we wanted to create on this website. So till now we have set it up products, and you can follow the same process if you have the physical products or the downloadable products. So for the downloadable products, what you will have to do is to go to the products tab here, and when you will go to the product tabs right here, you want to click on this edit button right here. What we have done so far is applicable for the physical products. But if you have the virtual or downloadable products, you will have to toggle on these options here, and for the downloadable products you will have to attach the files, and that is how you can create the virtual or downloadable products. If you want to learn more, I'll drop the link of my WooCommerce playlist that I have created in the description of this video. You can learn more about how the WooCommerce work or how the Woo works. So now with this particular scenario, my clients want to have the pre-sale functionality on the website, but right now you can see it only says add to cart, so we'll have to enable the pre-sale functionality. So in order to do that, have a pre-sale plugin or the pre-order plugin. We can use that plugin to set up the pre-sale or the pre-order. You can use this plugin as well, but what I'm going to use is actually from the WooCommerce. This one, WooCommerce pre-orders. So this is fairly expensive, but if you are running the website yourself for a long time, you might want to purchase this plugin as well. So you can go back here, and then in here what I actually want to do is to upload that plugin, because I already have that plugin and I want to upload and use that plugin. So I'll go to this plugin option here, then I'll click on add new plugin, and then you can click on upload plugin. I'll click on this choose plugin, and here is the WooCommerce pre-orders. I'll just click on this install now plugin. By the way, if you want this plugin as well for the education purposes, you can send me a message on my WhatsApp and I can share this plugin with you. But once again, this will only be for the education purposes. If you want to use this for commercial purposes, I highly recommend you to buy it directly from WooCommerce here. Alright, so our plugin has been updated, WooCommerce pre-orders. So now what we can do is to go back to our products. So now if you will go to the products right here, here is our product. I'll click on this edit button right here. You will be able to see a new tab in here, which is this pre-orders. So for the pre-orders, just enable this enable pre-order for this product, and then we'll have to set up the availability date. So for the availability date, he say the product will be available, goes on sale for March 31st. So we want to choose the March 31st here. So March 31st right here. And then pre-order fee, if you want to set up a pre-order fee right here, you can set up a pre-order fee. So let's just set up a random $50 here. And then when would you like to charge, upon release or upfront? If you want to charge them upon release, meaning when your product will be released, you can choose this option. But if you want to charge them upfront, you can toggle on this option up front. So right now I'll choose this upon a release option right here, and then I'll just hit this update button, and we'll have to wait until this will get updated. Now if we'll go back here and if I refresh this, you can see it says goes on sale March 31st. This item will be released on March 31st, meaning this item will only be available on the March 31st. So now there can be some additional settings that you would like to do. So for that, what you want to do is to hover over to this WooCommerce, and then you can go to this settings tab right there. And once you will click on the setting tab, here you can see we have this new option that says pre-orders. So click on this pre-orders right here, and here you can see you can change the button text. For now it says pre-order now, and here it says pre-order now. You can change it to something else, or there is place order button text, place pre-order now. And then there is the product message, single product page message. This item will be released on this date, and this is adjust the message by using availability date and availability time. You can change this as well, but I also want to add some additional thing like pre-sales from February 15, 2024. So I'll insert this at this part, and then I want to keep this product will be released on this date, and then shop loop product page available on this product. And then on the cart page you have some additional settings. I'm not going to go through them, you can go through this is not very difficult. So you can go back here, and now if I refresh, you can see our message has been modified that the pre-sales February 15th, and this item will be released on March 31, 2024. Now we can delete this part from our product because we don't actually need that. So for that, what you can do is to go back to the product options right here, and then you can click on this edit button right here. And once you click on this edit, remember we have added this as the short description. So I'll remove it from the product short description, and then I'll click on just update. And now if we go back here and if I refresh, you can see now we have this message showing up here, and for now it says pre-order now. And now if someone will click on pre-order, you can see they will go to this here, and then they can go to this view cart button right here. And this is the cart page of our website, and then in here they can click on proceed to checkout, and this is the checkout page. They'll have to fill in their contact information, their billing address. They'll have to choose the payment option, but because this is pre-sale, that is why it is saying pay later. Add a note to your order. People can add a note and they can place a pre-sale order here. So that is actually how you can set up a pre-order or pre-sales order for any of your products. So now that I have already showed you how you can set up the physical products or the digital products or the pre-sales products using the WooCommerce on your publishing company website, now let's just do few things that are left here and there. So we need to attach this add to cart. We want to change it to pre-sale. So let's just open this shop page in a new tab. I'll just hover over to the slider revolution, and then I'll click on this books option right here. Then let's just expand this option right here, because we want people to look at this page when they click on the button. So I'll copy the URL, and there where it says add to cart, I'll click here. There it is, add to cart. You will have to right click here, and then in here you want to hover over to this edit and then click on action. So when you click on action, you want to click on simple link, and when you click on simple link, something like this will appear, and here you will say interaction click. You can choose mouse enter or mouse leave as well, but I want to keep it as click. And action type simple link. Here you can insert the link. So I'll insert the link of the product that we have, and then I can close this from here. And I want to do the same thing for this product, this button here as well. So I'll right click, and then you will have to click on this action, and then once again choose the simple link, enter the link URL, and then just click on save. And with that, your link will be added into these buttons. We can now go back to the dashboard of our website. Now if we go look at the website by clicking on visit site, here you can see these are the button, and now if I click on this add to cart button, you can see this is taking us to the product page where they can actually read about the product and the additional information about the product. And then from here they can do the pre-order as well. So now you already know that how you can set up all of these things. So let's just look at how you can set up the payment gateway, the shipping, and the taxes as well in the WooCommerce. And then there are some essential WooCommerce settings that are missing. So for that, what you want to do is to go to the dashboard of your website, and once you will go to the dashboard, you want to hover over to this WooCommerce, and then you want to click on this settings tab right here. And once you will click on the settings here, you will have to fill in the address of your company or the address of yourself. And then in here you will also have to fill out all of these information that are showing right here. Then for the payment, first of all, for the shipping, I'm not going to go in details about the shipping thing here. I already have a number of videos on how you can set up the different kind of shipping zones and the shipping classes and how you can assign them into your WooCommerce store. I'll drop the link of those videos in the description of this video as well. Then for the payments, the client wanted to use the PayPal payment gateway. For now, because it is pay later, that is why this pay later has been selected. But if you want to integrate the payment gateway like PayPal, WooCommerce, or any other payment, PayPal, Stripe, or any other payment gateway, I'll drop the link of those videos in the description as well. Then here you have some additional options for the accounts and privacy. So it will appear like this. So let's just go back to the main page of our website. Let's just copy the URL and let's just try this in a new in an incognito window. So here you can see our website is loading, and then if people will click here, they can only find this sign in option, and here they'll have to click on create an account button, and with the create an account here they can register themselves. So this is how the things work in here. And then if they will click on this add to cart button, they'll go to this, and then here they'll have to click on pre-order. Here they can click on checkout button right here, And on the checkout page, they'll have to provide their contact information, billing information, and then this product is a pre-order. That is why they'll have to choose the pay later, and then they can click on this place pre-order now. And that is how the entire functionality work on this website. Now the last thing, let's just modify the colors, because I know that you might be wondering why we are not changing the colors. So let's just change the color to something that match with our logo color. So for that, what you want to do is to go back to the dashboard, and then from here you want to look at this theme settings, and under the theme settings just click on styles and colors. And once you will do the styles and colors, this is how this will appear. From here you can just click on this colors option. So under the color option, you can see we have these two colors, so we can now change the colors. So for our primary color, we want to use this blue kind of color, so I'll copy the color code of this blue color. By the way, I'm using the ColorZilla extension, and this extension is completely free. You can download this extension from Google Chrome. So here, let's just change this color to this blue color. And for secondary color, I think we can live with this yellow kind of color. So let's just click on save changes. And then next up, you want to go to this page background options right here. And for the page background, we are good with the white color. We are not going to change those color. But if you want to add your own background colors, you can add those background colors here. Next up, we have this button option. So for the button options, you can decide the type of buttons you need. Whether you want the rounded corners like this, you have all of these options. And then in here, default background color or default hover background color, you can go through all of these options as well according to your need. And then here, accent background color, so we have this color. I want to change it to this blue, and I want to change it to this blue color as well. And then there are some advanced styles as well. You can then click on this save changes. Once you will click on save changes, you can then go back, and then you can hit refresh. And now notice here, this color has been changed here. This hasn't been changed because this is coming from Slider Revolution, but this thing that is coming from the theme, their colors has been changed. So in order to change the color of these buttons here, what you can do is to click on this Slider Revolution, and then you can click on this books slide that we have. Once you will click on this book slide, just click on this button, and then from here you can go to the style tab, and here you can see the background color. So give it a color code that we have, and then just click apply, and you can see this is how it is looking. And then in here you can see the border. If you want to change the border color, you can apply the same color, and then you can hit apply. And then next up, you have this hover option. So under the hover, you can here change the background color as well. Maybe you want to use another color. So let's just pick another color from the logo. So maybe let's pick this red color. So I'll copy the red color, and I'll insert the red color code here, and then I'll hit apply. Now you can see this is the hover state. I'll change the background color to the red as well, the border color, sorry. And now if I go here, you can see this is normal and this is hover. Now for this button, you can see we don't have an hover effect here. So I'll just hit save button here. Now if we go back and if I refresh this, now you can see this color has been changed. So in this way, you can also change the color of these things here. You can also change the color of these things using the Elementor. And under the shop page, you will notice that their colors has also been changed. Here you can see their color has been changed. So in this way, you can change to the color. So now the last thing, let's just see how you can change the typography. So in order to change the typography, you will go back here, and here you will see this option typography. So here is the basic typography. For the basic font, we have this Roboto and the Playfair display selected. Let's just pick a font. So let's go to Google Fonts. This is the website from Google. You can pick the fonts from here. I'll go to this Google Fonts, and we want to look at some of the fonts. Maybe we want to look at some serif fonts. No, we want to look at sans serif fonts. So under the sans serif fonts, we can pick one of these fonts. Or what we can do is to change the font. I know one of the fonts that is Poppins that will look fine on this website. And then instead of Roboto, we can change it to Poppins as well. And then for entire entities names font, you can change it to Poppins. And then for secondary font, you can change it to Poppins as well. For the widget title fonts, you can change it to Poppins. For the heading fonts, you can change it to Poppins as well. With that, just click on save options and wait until it will get saved. And then in here you have some advanced option under the typography as well. So under the advanced option, just change it to whichever font you want to use. So I'll just change it to that, and then I'll click on this save changes. And then also if you want to use some custom fonts, you can upload your own custom fonts here. And then for the icon fonts, you can upload the icon fonts here, and then you can also upload the Adobe fonts. So I'll click on this save options right here. And now if we go back and if I refresh this, you can see all of these fonts has been changed except the font for this slider. So we'll have to change that font from here. Click on this books slides and then choose one of these options. Go to the style tab and here it is Roboto, change it to Poppins. And here this font is Playfair Display, change it to Poppins as well. And then you can also change the weight of this. Maybe you want to use the semi bold or the bold version. It is actually your choice, whichever you want to use. I'll reduce the font size a bit. And then for this one, you can also change it to Poppins as well. And I want to make it bigger because that is very small font. Yeah, now it looks fine. And at the last, we can just ensure that we have a good spacing between the elements here. So with that, just click on the save. Let's quickly look at the mobile version. The mobile version looks fine. We just have to adjust the weight and this looks fine here. So I'll just click on this save changes. And now if we go back to our website, under the visit site, you can see our fonts has been changed. We still have to add some spacing for these buttons because they looks very close to the text here. And I want to bring this thing up, and then for these buttons, I can bring it here. And now I'll click on this save changes. And if we go back and if I refresh this now, you can see this has been changed. So by the way, in this way, you can create your own publishing company website. I hope you have learned something new from this video. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section. And if you want me to create your website, I'll drop the link of my WhatsApp number in this video or in the description of this video, so you can reach out to me using that number. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.